What's up, party people? Today's video is, kind of quick and easy. I just got a vehicle and did some general maintenance on it. Oil change, aired up the tires, stuff like that. That's something you should probably, do at least every 6 months. But you want to check the oil, check your tire pressure, check your other fluids at minimum once a month. I just wanted to remind everybody that these videos are called Hanging Out with Robert. You'll see that in the end of the title. And if I did something in the video, if you go in the description area, you'll find a link to the detailed instructions for that. So just wanted to remind people of that. Here it is. Thanks for tuning in. What's happening, everybody? Happy New Year. Hope you're having a great year so far. Man, I hope it's starting off good, because it's starting off rough. Just think, there's only one way to go from here, hopefully, up. We're going to kick off the Tinker Day and the year with this black 850 T5R here. It's been a donor car someone's using. I don't know how long they'll need it, but they're welcome to use it as long as they need to. And I'm going to replace the oil because ultimately it's still my vehicle. It's in my name, and they haven't had a desire to transfer to theirs. They have a vehicle that's in a shop. They're trying to save up money to get out of the shop. So I'm going to change the oil, check the tire pressure, check another thing or two, and let them continue to drive it as long as they need it. So I don't typically like to donate T5Rs, but I had it here. It was collecting dust, and someone needed to drive it, so that's where it's at. Once I get caught up, I'm probably going to give them another vehicle that's not a T5R, take this vehicle, finish a restoration on it, and then sell it to somebody that wants a T5R. So let's check the oil, see where the oil level's at, drain the oil, replace it, check the tire pressure, and see what else is going on with it. It's my opinion that you should check oil weekly on a vehicle until you know how much oil is consuming. Some cars are consuming a quart every 2,000 miles. Some cars a quart every 1,000 miles. Sometimes, man, I've seen cars consume a quart of oil in 300 miles. Whatever the rate is for your vehicle, you need to figure that out and conduct yourself accordingly. This car is missing a whole antenna. Elizabeth's new red car is missing a whole antenna. I need to figure that out. Get these antennas installed. But anyway, let's see how much oil this car actually has. See if it's low. And then we'll change it. At a minimum, you should check your oil, man, every month. And if it's consuming oil, you check it more often. It takes, man, a minute. Check the oil, make sure it's good. Keep it topped off. Low oil is probably the number 2 death to vehicles. Number 1 being coolant roulette. Coolant roulette is when you're losing coolant and you're topping it off because it's losing coolant. Sooner or later, you're going to lose that battle. A car should never lose coolant. If it's losing coolant, it's leaking somewhere. Get it fixed. The oil level is at the full line. That is absolutely awesome. So I'm going to change the oil. I'm going to put an oil change sticker in here. The instrument cluster is not working. That's something I need to replace, get fixed. I think it's got a broken wire under the dash pad. Until then, we're probably going to replace this oil every 6 months and just encourage her to keep it topped up. So let's get this thing up on ramps, replace the oil, check the tire pressure. The coolant level is right on the money at the top. Everything else in here looks decent. And I got a little thing up top. That seal is not properly set around the fuse box. I need to set that there. And I need to document the oil change. And I got some shocks that I'm planning on replacing on this car and some struts. So I'll do that soon as well. I just gotta make sure I get everything I need. And it is like 32 degrees out here. That's not weather of doing things, temperature doing things you don't have to do. So I'm gonna do what I gotta do. I got a lot of other things I got going on, so let's get it changed. While under here, I see that the oil pan is close to this tab of the subframe, which kind of lets me know it's maybe down a little bit. So this mount here is probably worn. So I'm gonna pull this tire and double check that mount. If it's worn, I'm going to replace it. Got one handy. All right, here's that mount. That bolt is just about touching that rubber. It looks like the rubber's splitting, so I'm going to replace it. Jack the engine up, take out the 214s, jack the engine up a little more, get it out, get the new one in, and put it back together. There's a link in the description area for details. And here's the mount. You see it's near the bottom of the resting scale. Looks like tearing in the top and definitely tearing and deteriorating on the bottom. I have no idea how long this mount's been there. It's a Volvo mount, so it's a good mount, but it has done its time. This is the mount that goes in the 850s from, I guess, 92, 93, all the way halfway through 96. Around March 96, Volvo went to this mount, which is the mount you'll see on the S&V 70s and 850s from mid 96 through 97. So this car has this one. Those holes are quite different. The S70 pad, that hole's way off. So that's gonna be a subframe change. So when the subframe changed, the mount changed. Let's put this one in. I'm going to top this off by inflating the tires. These tires are low on pressure, which is a common thing when the climate changes from 80s to 50s to 30s. Last night it was 32 degrees. So we're going to inflate these things for winter and let the young lady know she can come pick the car back up. I was going to check the spark plugs, but the car is running really well, so I'm not going to do that. The wipers, man, that thing is tight on the spring, so I'm going to oil that so the blades could lay down properly and call it a day for this car and find something else to do. I need to go for my walk, keep my health up. All four of those tires were low. We had the driver front was 28, passenger front was 26, driver's rear was 28, passenger rear was something like 22. Hey, just want to say thanks for watching. That car is back out there. I think it needs some valve stem seals, and then I got a call today saying that it wouldn't start in 20-degree weather, so it probably needs a fuel pump relay too. So we got to get that checked out, but hey, I'm going to get that T5R back, get that thing serviced, restored to tip-top shape, and pass that on to somebody that's an enthusiast. So, hey, hang on to those R's. Those R's are worth putting a little money into and getting them in tip-top shape. So, thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a great day.